What up, my great peoples? Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Convicted to Grow podcast. I'm your girl, Coach Tressa, motivational speaker, confidence, and business coach. Listen, y'all, we made it. We made it another week, another Friday down. It is the last week of February, the last day of February. Woo! What a ride into 2025. But anyway, thank y'all once again for tuning in to another episode. Listen, if you are on the audio side, please hop over to the YouTube channel and make sure you come in and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Listen, I need your help over there. I need you to go to whatever your streaming platform is, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. I just need you to go in and listen to the audio side too. I'm trying to increase more downloads over there as well. Plus, rate the show. I need the rating, so please rate the show. So just when you get a chance, please hop over to one of the audio sides and just all you gotta do is just listen and get so I can get them downloads increased over there. Anyway, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Now y'all looking at me like, who is this girl? Who is this girl? I already know y'all. Let me go ahead and dress it. Listen, y'all gonna have to rock with me for a couple weeks on this. Like, yeah. Shout out to Braids by Delisha in Atlanta, Maryland, who did the daggone thing. It's definitely different. I got to get used to it. I need to give my hair a break. Shout out to Corey, who's always doing my hair, and I wanted something different. Well, I knew I wanted to try, I haven't had braids I'm telling my age, since 2005, like 20 years. Woo, Jesus. To say 20 years. Wow. But anyway, I hadn't had braids in like over 20 years because I just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to sit that long. But I was in for 4 hours and out, and I didn't expect to get the color. But hey, we got it, and I'm trying to get used to it. It is something I'm not used to. It's like, Tressa, you tell people all the time to step out their comfort zone and do something different, try something new. You got to be the product of what you say, girl. Here you go. Here you go. So thank you for all the compliments that I've gotten thus far. Hey, it's got to wear on me a little bit. It is different. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Even trying to get this situated on my head, but yeah. This is we gonna rock with it for a couple of weeks. So anyway, what else I was gonna say? How are y'all feeling? Like, how are you feeling, y'all? We are 60 days in, and I had a reflection once. I said, wow, God, wow. When we're 2 months into 2025, it's been an up and down roller coaster, just in general, like just life, just everything. I mean, heck, you turn on the news, you feel like you want to be depressed because something is always happening in the world. And so, but in the same token, we got to make sure that we're also taking care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. When I look back and I'm like, man, how would I rate? Like sometimes I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I be rating myself or giving myself a grade on every time I complete a month because I push myself. I don't push it to perfection, but I push myself to excellence, meaning that I don't want to just excuse my language, half-ass do things, but in all that I do, I want to do it with excellence. I want to move correctly, like Rick Ross say, and I want to do things that, being obedient, even what God directs me to and guides me to, because now I'm seeking him first in any and everything that I do. So at first I was going to say, you know what, Tressa, I'm going to give you a C. I'm going to give you a C for these first 2 months. But I have to think about that. Like, why are you so hard on yourself? And here's the thing. We all are hard on ourselves. We all feel like we should be further along. We all feel like that we should be at another level so quick, so fast. And everything happens also in God's timing. But sometimes we can be the biggest roadblock of ourselves in terms of our growth and things like that. So I look back and I'm like, man, why am I giving myself a C minus? And I had to change the grade. I had to change my grade to a B. The reason why I said a B because there's always room for improvement. It's like, Tressa, you're still showing up every week to do a podcast. Yes, you're not batch recording right now, but hey, you're still showing up. Even if it's the day of the release, you're showing up. And here's the thing with me releasing every week on the day of, is like you guys are getting real live time of me in the journey. I was like, girl, you have accomplished a lot in the 60 days. It may not be how you thought it would be, right? I had told myself, y'all, that I had a couple goals I set for myself. I said, I want to have 25 paid gigs in 2025, 25 and 25. And I think right now, oh my gosh, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 already. Got 1, 2, 3, 5 scheduled, like 3 in March, 3 in scheduled in April thus far. It's like, girl, if you stop playing with your potential, stop being so hard on yourself. Even with the weight loss journey, I said, I want to be a certain weight by my birthday. Birthday's in May. I'm taking the necessary steps. I've been eating clean, just feeding my body with fruits and vegetables and the healthy protein and no wine. And here's the thing, I just like, what, I want to give my body some goodness, feed my body well, and now let me see how my body transform by doing the right things, right? So I say all to say that it's like we beat ourselves up over the things that we think we should be at so fast. So I want you to be thinking about these first 60 days. How would you rate yourself? What grade would you give yourself in terms of your goals? Are you on track? Have you even started your goals? Have you created new habits? Have you created a new routine that's going to set you up for success? Because here's the thing, you can't keep going into a new year with the same habits, the same routine, the same mindset, and expecting a different result. It just don't work. And it ain't mathing right. And that's not the formula, boo. You got to start creating new habits. You got to start changing the mindset to a winning mindset, to a growth mindset, all with gratitude. Be grateful for where you are. You may not be where you need to be, but baby, thank God you're not where you used to be. Every day, growth is a daily thing. We strive for greater. We strive for excellence. And here's the thing, and I'm going somewhere with this because I was like, God, we are so hard on ourselves, but it's the little things. Celebrate your little things. And here's the thing, y'all, for the month of February, y'all, I did have some wins. Convicted to Grow got trademarked after 9 months. Win. Right? I celebrated 1 year of the podcast anniversary on the 24th. Win. 54 episodes. I got booked 3 times. I got 3 contracts that are scheduled for me to speak in March and April that happened in February. I got an invitation to go to Philly to be honored for the Iconic Spotlight Award for Black Girls Rock because they saw my accomplishments. They said, listen, you came here last year as a speaker. We've been following your journey. We've seen you in a year. So to be an empowerment speaker last year, to go in as now, we're going to recognize you. Listen, you got to surround yourself where people will celebrate you and see your worth and see your value. You got this. You got this. So I say all to say, don't beat yourself up over not feeling like you should be further along. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, everything is in God's timing. God's timing. Everything is in God's timing. But also too, we too sometimes hold back the process. We hold back the process because of fear. We hold back the process because of the imposter syndrome, because of the confidence. We hold back the process because we are just, I hate to say this, wasting time. I need you to write this down. I don't have time to waste time in 2025. You don't have time to sit on social media and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. I mean, come on. If you're going to be on social media, make it worth your while. You know what? You're an entrepreneur, start posting, start promoting yourself. Sometimes I'm like, dang, it's crazy because I see some people just all they do is on social media all day. Now, granted, the fact I do get on social media, I do have my moments, but here's the thing, I'm also posting, I'm creating. Some people don't even do that. And I'm like, do you even have a life? That time you spent on social media just looking at everybody else, seeing what everybody else is doing. Oh, wow, they doing this and they doing this. Why? Because they making some things happen. They moving the needle. And you could be doing the same thing. You just got to set the boundaries and say, you know what? Let me focus on my business. I already said, you know what? You got to tell yourself, I got what it takes to win. I got what it takes to win. WIN, which stands for what's important now. What's important now for you right now, in this moment, at this hour? What's important to you right now? I don't care about next year. I don't care about 5 years from now. 5 years, next year, hell, tomorrow ain't even promised. But what is important to you right now? I'll wait. What's important? What is important to you? I could tell you for me, what's important to me right now is that I show up every day as the best version of myself. It's growth. Yes, we're going to slip up. Yes, we may fall. Yes, we may make a mistake. But guess what? You don't beat yourself up over that. You just keep going. You keep going. You keep going, even when you don't feel like it. You keep going, even when they say you can't do it. You keep going, even when the money start looking funny. You keep going because you got to keep telling your mindset, this might be a setback season, but this setback season is going to prepare me for my comeback season, right? I remember days, y'all. I remember days when I was in my grief journey. I remember days that when I felt like, man, it's just me and God. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing with my life. Like, y'all, and my partner passed away, after he passed away, I didn't even see this magnitude of where I'm at today. Why? Because I was in a season of depression. I was in a season of anxiety. I was in a season of trying to figure out what was my next move. And all I could see was, which was my depression, which was my grief. And I didn't see this. But see, there was something that God said to me in one of them late night hour prayers that kept me up at night and said, girl, you got a purpose to finish what you started. Your vision is so much bigger than your zip code. You better stop playing with your potential. And a lot of us, we do that. We play with our potential. We keep taking this life for granted. We keep taking every day. Oh, I do it tomorrow. Stop putting off tomorrow what you can do today. Stop putting off tomorrow what you can do today. That's just how I feel. I'm going to tell y'all what I love in this season, in this journey with me, is that I am allowing God to use me as a vessel. I am allowing God to really, truly guide me, you know, for the plans He has for me. Because here's the thing, yes, He gives us free will to do our own thing, right? And even when we get our free will to do our own thing, we end up realizing that ain't the path that we supposed to be taking. And we end up having to shift and pivot into the direction that He wants us to take. So, but I am grateful. I am grateful. That's why I said you can't sleep on your potential. You can't. And even though I started it with this, that was not really the message for today. The message really was, I really wanted to encourage my professionals, those who are working a 9 to 5 and still trying to juggle their entrepreneurship journey. And here's the thing, it is challenging. It is tough. You got to have skin in the game, right? And I get it. 9.9% of my clients that I coach in my programs, because I do have a program where I coach people. I have a 6-week accelerator program. And then I have a 10-week program where I meet with a client one-on-one every week as it relates to business strategy and confidence. And here's the thing, and I'm really walking them along the way to get them started with a strategy to really, truly, be successful in their business. And here's the thing, like I said, most of them do work a 9 to 5. So a lot of times I do adjust my coaching calls into the evening, to the afternoon, because they can't do it during the day. And I'm okay with that. What that feels like, you really trying to get your business off the ground, but you got to work the 9 to 5 to pay the bills. You got to work the 9 to 5 to make sure there's food on the table, clothes on your back, roof over head. And not just your head, but if you got a family, your family too. You're a provider. And you still trying to, really truly get this business. First of all, let me give you your flowers to every working 9 to 5 professional that get up every freaking morning and get up and start that day, whether you got to commute into work or whether you working from home, but you're giving somebody your time. Let's just say 8 hours, if not more, because sometimes it can be 10 hours, but you're giving somebody your time, right? And here's the thing, there is something inside of you say, I know I'm giving my time over here for now, but I got something over here too. My vision is my business. I see something in my business. The reason why you ain't gave up on your business because you see something in it that nobody else can see. Nobody else can see why you go hard at night, why you go hard on the weekends. Nobody can see why you stay up at night, but you stay up at night just thinking of creative ideas. You stay up at night because you believing in the possibilities that if this business was to take off the ground, whether it's a service base or a product base, how it's going to change your life, how it's going to change others' lives, because you're providing solutions if it's a service base, or you providing solution even if it's a product base. Yeah, it keeps you up at night. I know what that feels like. Because here's the thing about entrepreneurship, y'all. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. Entrepreneurship takes grind, it takes grit, it takes a disciplined mindset, it takes dedication, right? It takes the dedication, but the mindset, you got to have the mindset to not give up on your business. You got to have the discipline to say, you know what? I'm going to have to really, truly hone in and focus on my business at this allotted time. I have coached many clients in the last several years, and every client is different. Every journey is different. But one of the things I see is there are so many people want it right now. Oh, I just want it right now. I want to quit my job right now. I want this business to take off the ground right now. I want this business to start making so much money right now. The right now, right? You want it right now. And what happens is because it's not coming right now, one or two things is going to happen. Either, hey, you may bump this, whatever. Maybe they meant to be. And you just put it on the back burner. Or the right, because it didn't happen right now, you just telling yourself, man, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. It ain't, you give up. You give up. You get agitated, frustrated, right? Irritated. And guess what happens? You put that same behavior, that irritation, how you feeling. Now you ain't even focused on your job because now the job ain't even you there because you got to have a paycheck, but ain't even there mentally because there's something on your business that you are like, I really want to see do this. And yes, you may see all these other people on the Instagram that's flaunting and like, oh my God, you like, man, if they can do it, I can do it. If they can do this thing, and here's the thing, y'all ready for this? Everything you see in social media ain't what it appears to be. People put out what they want you to see. People put out what they want you to think. They live in this particular lifestyle or they doing this. There are people I know personally that said, you know what? I'm struggling right now financially. You know what? I got to go back and get a job. I got to go get a 9 to 5. And they go get a 9 to 5 and they're working, but they ain't promoting themselves on the IG to, hey, I'm working a 9 to 5. No, they still showing up as that entrepreneur. They still showing up as the coach, the consultant, the speaker, whatever you want to show you up as, right? They're still showing up because they're like, I can't give up on this, but on the back end, I got to work. And I'm going to tell you, don't you feel bad because you got to work your 9 to 5? Don't you feel bad? Because here's the thing, the way prices of eggs right now, man, listen. I think eggs right now in Maryland are like $8. $8. And in some places it's $14. And I'm saying this because, you know, you take your full-time gig, your full-time hustle, your job, you work it. But as you work it, you serve. You be a student on the game on your 9 to 5. Be a student. Learn the ropes, see how they operate, see how it's structured. Because one day you are going to have a company. And I say a company, I ain't talking about the entrepreneurship where it's just, oh, I just got my business and it's just you, employee of one, company of one. One day you going to have a company where you're going to have multiple employees, multiple departments and processes and SOPs and things like that. So start, while you on your 9 to 5, start observing. That's what I did. I did that for a long time. I did. I looked, I said, okay. All right, I see they got accounts payable, HR, recruiting. Okay, I'm seeing how the back office work. Now, granted, when you're starting out in a business, you can't afford all that at the beginning. I'm gonna keep it real. You cannot afford all that. That's why When people say, you need to outsource. Well, here's the thing. Most entrepreneurs can't outsource in the beginning year of their entrepreneur journey. They can't. They're barely trying to keep it going because, again, they got bills, obligations. So it is hard to outsource and say, you know what, I'm going to get somebody to do this, somebody do that. I tell people, if you're going to outsource them, you utilize Fiverr, utilize Upwork. Y'all see my introduction, like the video when y'all play this podcast on YouTube? You see that little, was it 10 seconds or 15 seconds of the video, my intro? Y'all see that? Which looks amazing, by the way. It looks definitely put a professional game on the podcast, right? You ready for this? I got that done off of Fiverr. You ready for this? I think he charged me $15, $20, no more than $20 to get it done. Whereas I probably could have paid, I probably would have been paying more than that, so I utilized my Fiverr. And what else did I get off Fiverr? Shoot. I've done a couple things. And I like, listen, I need this done. I need these forms fillable. Can you make this happen? Because I don't have time. All right, $5, $10. So there are cost-effective ways that you can outsource. And so I just want to encourage you guys, listen, I do want to encourage you guys that in this journey of entrepreneurship while you're working your 9 to 5, here's the things I want you to do. One, I need you to set dedicated time. Dedicated time. If you can't commit to every day, let's just say 2 hours a day in your business, set scheduled days and stick to it. Stick to it. One of the things I used to do, I used to tell some of my clients, I'll give them assignments to do. And when I meet them a week later, I'm like, okay, what have you done? And I've had some clients that didn't get it done because they're working. I get it. But how bad do you want it? Because you can't get mad if your business is not going as fast or growing as fast you think it should go if you are not putting the time in it. Here's the thing. Don't be so focused on the promise that you don't embrace the process. That is a word. Come on, Holy Spirit, you better activate. Let me say it again. Don't be so focused on the promise that you don't even embrace the process. The promise is you see what everybody else is doing. You see everybody else is thriving as a coach. You see everybody else thriving as a YouTuber. You see everybody else thriving as a speaker. You see everybody else thriving as an influencer. You see them because that's what they give you on social media. But here's the thing. You don't know behind the scenes what they've done. You don't know the years of discipline of the professional and the personal development they had and the training they had to put in. You don't know that they may have stayed up extra hours throughout the night to work on their craft, to work on their business. All you see is the promise. And so because you see their promise, you want that promise too. But baby, I'm here to tell you right now, if you don't embrace the process, you got to embrace the process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process to get to the promise. Whatever that process looked like. You trying to lose weight. You want to lose 40, 50 pounds. That's a promise. Well, I need you to enjoy the process. Enjoy taking those walks. Enjoy going to the gym. Enjoy eating healthy, right? You want a successful coaching business. But here's the thing. Enjoy the process of branding yourself. Enjoy the process of putting yourself on camera and promoting yourself and showing up, giving free value, regain. Because here's the thing, when it comes to entrepreneurship, everybody out here is trying to grow. And guess what? It is a competitive market. But there is always somebody for somebody, just like communities. Because somebody can't relate to me and my style and my content and what I bring to the table, but they can relate to you. There is somebody for somebody out there. Enjoy the process of just getting more confident in front of the camera and speaking like I'm speaking to you. Enjoy the process of being the brand ambassador of your vision, rocking it and wearing the brand. The only reason why you don't see me with my logo, because I got a meeting right after this. And I was like, you know what? Time is of everything, right? Enjoy the process. You trying to finish the book, you want that podcast take off the ground. Enjoy the process of showing up, recording it. Enjoy the process of writing it. I'm telling you. And as you're enjoying the process, document it. Document the journey, y'all. Y'all, I'm documenting the journey in front of y'all. That's the only difference. The only difference is I'm doing it in front of you guys. I'm coming to you guys every single week. I give you tidbits of my life. I give you tidbits of the growth journey, what I'm doing. As you know, I just started a community, right? Just started a community back in January. It's growing. And I said to God, I'm not so fascinated by numbers. I don't want to say, oh, I got hundreds and hundreds of people in my community if it ain't making an impact. I'm not driven by quantity, boo. I want people in my community that saying, Tressa, I trust your leadership. I trust your vision. If I can be connected to you, that you can provide me with helping me with strategy, with helping me with tips and insights, and helping me grow to be a better leader, a better coach, a better consultant, a better entrepreneur, a better person overall, because I love your energy. I love how you come in with the authentic style of saying, girl, you can do it. My man, you can do it. Stop playing on your potential. Y'all are watching me live time build a community. Last year, y'all watched me live time build my podcast journey, and I'm still building it. Because my ultimate goal before the end of the year is I want to have sponsors for this podcast, because it does take time. It is expensive, but not only that, the sponsorship is just going to help take the podcast to another level. Do we have affiliates? Absolutely. Shout out to QuickBooks, one of the accounting softwares, especially if you're self-employed or a freelancer. I definitely recommend QuickBooks. I use it. I've been using it for years. So make sure you guys use QuickBooks. Also, Fiverr. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on Fiverr. Then guess what? Yes, you might get something out there. You're like, well, I had a bad experience with Fiverr. You got to vet too. You got to vet the people that you're using. Look at the reviews, and see what they're doing. But you can find pretty much. You need a logo design. You need a flyer. You need a graphics. You need a introductory video. You need a speaker reel. I mean, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ready for this? My trademark. I got somebody from Fiverr to do it. There was a paralegal assistant. I forgot what their actual title was, but I got somebody here, right, in the States, and they did my trademark. And get me, I think I paid like 125, 150 for them to fill out the application, because it's a lot. I went in and paid for the fees. I didn't have to pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars for an attorney. One, I didn't have it like that. And since I didn't have it like that, I kept hindering the process of getting a trademark. So I decided, you know what? Let me go and type in trademark attorney on Fiverr. And guess what? A lot came up. And I was able to do it real at a cost that I could afford. So if there's something you need to get done before you just throw in the towel, go to Fiverr and see what they offer. So I'm saying all to say you gotta have some grind in the grain, but I want you to, like I said, embrace this journey. Embrace the journey. Don't give up. Don't give up, because here's the thing. Your 9 to 5 is not always guaranteed. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's not always guaranteed, y'all. Y'all know that. People get laid off every day unexpectedly. You going to work, with your Stanley. You good morning. You ain't even got sat down yet, and they call you to the office. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go do the budget. You know what kind of feeling that is? Do you know what kind of feeling that is? And you don't have a backup plan? I've seen people get laid off and it was traumatic for them. And I've seen people, just hearing people say, listen, I don't know what else to do. I've gave this job 15 years of my life, 20 years of my life. I don't know what else to do. And then when it comes to this entrepreneur, they like, oh my God, I'm not used to this. Those who are, listen, you may only be giving yourself a couple of hours during the week on your entrepreneur journey, but at least you putting in some work. You got to believe in it. There are a lot of companies that started off small, just like you. Started off small. I think they say Amazon started, I think Jeff Bezos, whatever, started, and I don't know exactly the story, but if I'm not mistaken, he started off in his garage. In his garage, y'all. Look up the story and look at it now. You got to have vision on your business. You really got to have vision on that thing. It's more than a name. It's more than a logo. Yeah. It's your purpose. You got to believe that. Y'all, like, I stand 10 toes down on Convicted to Grow coaching. I stand 10 toes down on Convicted to Grow the brand. Convicted to Grow came, it resonated to me when I was at the lowest of my life, y'all, dealing with grief. Not wanting to leave the house, afraid, and all these things. Like, y'all, I didn't have nobody. It was just me and God. And I'm like, God, what is next for me? And I'm afraid. Like, you took somebody out my life unexpectedly, and here I am. It's just me. And I remember in 2023, y'all, I had a conviction moment. I said, Father God, if you allow me, it's right, I said it, to see 45. And at that time, I was turning 45 in 2023. I promise you, I'm going to be convicted to growing, convicted to changing. I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect in everything that I do. I'm human. I make mistakes. I fall, but I get back up. I fall short, but I get back up. But my convicted to growing is like, okay, I'm planting a seed in my mind that I got to be convicted to growing. That if I continue to bet on me, the growth, the grind, all with gratitude, all it's going to do is continue to bring greatness. Woo, look at that. Grind, grow, greatness. And once I became convicted to growing, I started being committed to growing. So I have to every now and then remind myself, girl, you are in this thing for impact. You are in this thing. It's more than a name. This is more than a name. And so I want to encourage you. Listen, don't give up. Do not give up on your brand. I want you to start wearing the brand. If you got to even take your logo and the name of it and tape it somewhere. Because even when there's days when you're going on your job and you're so frustrated with them coworkers, I want you to remind yourself, my vision, write this down. My vision is bigger than my reality. The reality is that you're working somebody's 9 to 5, but that's okay because it's paying the bills. The reality is that you're working a 9 to 5 that you don't even like, but you're grateful because people are losing their jobs every single day. And there are some people that have been unemployed for months and months and months and even years that can't get a job. The reality is that you see so much more for yourself, but for whatever reason, you're feeling like you're in a stuck place. The reality is that you don't have people around you that will cheer you on, that will empower you and motivate you and inspire you. And in fact, if anything, they are hindering you. They're delaying you. They're keeping you from being the great version of yourself. I need you to free yourself so you can be yourself. Free yourself from past hurt. Free yourself from past shame. Free yourself from the opinions of others. Yeah. Free yourself. Because once you free yourself from everything else, you can start to be yourself authentically, be yourself and shine your light. This is going to be your season to shine. You dimmed it for so long. We need to see you, boo. We need to see you. We need to see your potential. You are gifted. You are naturally dynamic. You are destined for greatness. You got what it takes to win. You got to believe you got what it takes to win. You got to believe that you got what it takes to win, period. So with that being said, y'all, I know, listen, y'all know me when I get in the moment. And I have to say this. If you would like to be a part of the Convicted to Grow Circle community, I would love for you to come over. I would love for you to just even try it out. Come into the community. You can try for 14 days. Yes, it is a private paid community. Why did I make it private? It's not on a Facebook group or anything like that. I made it private because I wanted to be a safe space. I wanted to be a space, an environment. Yes, I'm giving you guys tips and insights. Yes, I'm having weekly strategy sessions. Yes, have training, anything that you guys need to grow in your career, your business, and life. But I wanted to be a space where you can network. I wanted to be a space where you can start getting out your shell and meeting new people. I mean, we got people in there from Texas, Georgia, Memphis, Iowa, Maryland, DC, Virginia. Like, it is growing. And here's the thing. I want to grow organically. So I said to God, I said, God, the right people that needs to be in the community are going to come. I'm not going to force people to be like, get in my community, get in my community. I'm not moving by numbers. I'm not moving by numbers. I'm moving by the impact. And I trust and believe that what God got for me in this season is for me, right? I said it earlier, we beat ourselves up over why we not there yet and things like that. But timing is everything. Everything happens in divine timing. Everything happens in God's timing. And so I said to God, I'm so appreciative of you. I'm so appreciative of you because the season that I was in, that last season of grief, and I'm not saying that grief just goes away, because there are going to be times that grief will come back doing certain things that happen in your life that you think about the loved one. But look at you now, Tressa. Look at you now. Yeah, you looking at yourself like, man, yes, you're a business owner, things like that, And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I used to be like, dang, I'm single again. Because this is the longest I've ever been single. I've always went from relationship to relationship to relationship. And I felt like God was saying, listen, I need you in this season. I need all of you. I need all of you because I need you to work on you. And I'm so grateful. I am, because here's the thing. I feel like even with love was going to find me again. Love was going to find, I'm not going to go looking for it. Love will find me again. It's gonna find me when I least expect it, but it's gonna be natural. And I'm just grateful for my journey. People don't understand my why, and it ain't meant for them to understand the why. One of these days, I'm gonna retire my parents. They're older in age, and I hate the fact that they have to work. I hate the fact that they have to work and do what they do. And here's the thing: they come from a town with still blue collar worker. It's a small town. They don't have the opportunities that I have. Being here in the DMV. But one of these days, God's willing, I want to be in a place on another level financially where I can be able to retire my parents and just allow them to live. They gave me the life. They may not gave me everything that I wanted, but they gave me everything that I needed. And so I'm definitely appreciative of them. I ain't gonna hold y'all up because now at this point I'm just rambling. But at the end of the day, I hope this episode have served you in some way, that you've had some takeaway of anything that I said that resonated with you. Please make sure you like. Just give me a thumbs up. The more you guys interact with the video, the more it pushes it out and things like that. As I'm continuing to grow, we're on the road to 10K. We are on the road to 10K. But anyway, I love y'all. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. And y'all, as we hop over into March, right? As we hop over to March, I pray that you have an awesome March. I pray that new blessings, new opportunities come your way. I pray that everything that your heart so desired, Lord, is according to his will, that you will have in your favor. I pray that any goals that you've been trying to accomplish, that you start seeing the momentum, you start taking the action, and you start continuing to be disciplined in it and believing in your potential, because you really do got what it takes to win. You got what it takes. And here's the thing: I want to see you win. I want to see you shine. I want to see you shine. I think it's dope when I see people winning and growing. And when especially on threads, when I see people who say, hey, I just hit this milestone. Listen, you got to be your biggest cheerleader. Start celebrating yourself. Start posting your accomplishments. Let me tell y'all, I used to not do that because people would I used to think, oh my God, people gonna think I'm bragging on myself, or people gonna think, did you hear what I'm saying, right? People gonna think the opinions of others. I'm thinking already that somebody gonna think I'm doing too much. I don't give a, if you don't celebrate yourself and post your milestones. Because here's the thing: for me, when I do that, it is a reminder for myself. I had to learn how to be my own coach, my own cheerleader, my own support system when there was nobody around. I've always have to reiterate to myself, girl, you better keep going. Okay, you 1 year down in the podcast. What's up with year 2? What's up with year 2? Okay, girl, you done lost weight before. What's up? What we doing? What we doing, Tressa? So anyway, I appreciate you guys. As I always say, life is a journey. Life is priceless. And to some, life is short. But while you're here on God's green earth, you recognize who you are. Recognize your potential. Believe that you got what it takes to win. Believe that in anything that you do it with excellence and greatness, because greatness is upon you. Surround yourself on the level that you're trying to go. Surround yourself with other amazing individuals that truly and genuinely want to see you win. I challenge you, as we step into March, you may have to step out your comfort zone. Stepping out your comfort zone maybe mean trying something different. As you can see, this hair right now is definitely different. Y'all like, girl, what is going on? But hey, it's different. You may have to get around a new circle of friends or people, because you don't want to friend people too quickly. But you may have to get around a circle of new people that you can network with. Because here's the thing. You got to look at, okay, if this ain't working, this ain't working, this ain't working, this ain't working, I got to change some things up so I can get new results. Yeah. So just know I'm rooting for you. And until next time, I appreciate you. Love you.